It's your girl Desiree, petite vegan lady. I am back once again with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about oral hygiene. As many of you know, keeping your mouth clean is very, very important. Brushing your teeth multiple times a day, flossing, using mouthwash. I'm not a dentist, I'm not a medical practitioner, and even if I was, I would still encourage people to always seek their own medical practitioner if they have any medical issues. And even if you don't, it's always good to research things for yourself. But I wanted to share some products that I have been using for maybe about 5 years now, maybe 5 years, 4 years, I'm not really sure. But I stopped using regular um, mainstream mouthwashes and toothpaste, and I started using more natural ones. And that happened as I started to make some changes more and more with my lifestyle when I became vegan. So I'm going to go ahead and share some of these products with you. I bought these on my own. This is not a sponsored video or anything, but I really, really love this brand. I've been using it for years, so it's something that I really wanted to share. So this is Periobrite. This is the Sorry, my lighting. Let me see if I can switch this off a little bit. This is Periobrite, and it is a toothpaste, as you can see. It comes in different flavors. I like the cool mint one, but it comes in other flavors as well. So I got it off of Amazon because it was a little more affordable. And when I bought it, I bought the one that comes, I think it's 3 in a pack. So yeah, so this is Periobrite, and this is Nature's Answer. So the brand is Nature's Answer, and Periobrite is the product. And then this is also Periobrite from Nature's Answer, and this is the mouthwash. As you can see, I still have it in the plastic because it came 2 in a pack when I bought it on Amazon. And it's funny because the toothpaste that I have and the mouthwash are 2 different flavors, because I don't really like the same flavor for the mouthwash. So for the toothpaste, I have the cool mint flavor, and for the mouthwash, I have the winter mint flavor. So, you know, it's pretty good. I like the winter mint because it's a lighter flavor, and the cool mint is more of a stronger flavor in my opinion. So that's why I have 2 different flavors, but you can always use the same flavor for both if you so choose to. So for this mouthwash, I use this maybe twice a day. Sometimes I use it multiple times a day. It really just depends on what I'm doing. Same thing for the toothpaste. I try to always brush my teeth at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. But with the mouthwash, sometimes I might use it after I eat something, especially like if it's um, really strong, or I just want to clean my mouth out because I don't sometimes want to keep food in my mouth. Sometimes if I'm in public, I'll carry a small amount of mouthwash with me so that if I'm in a place where I eat and I want to wash my mouth out, I can just take out the mouthwash and I can wash my mouth when I'm in public. And that's something that I started doing more as I got older, because I just feel like now that I've gotten older, I have more of a desire to keep my mouth clean. I've always brushed my teeth and things like that when I was younger, but now I feel like if I eat, I gotta wash my mouth. Like I just feel really icky, like I always want to keep my mouth clean. And yeah, I really like this. It says natural whitening toothpaste with CoQ10 and folic acid, and it has a lot of good ingredients on the back. It's a lot of them, but they're like more natural ingredients. So it says like aloe vera, bio-saponin, black walnut, calendula, cinnamon, clove, CoQ10, echinacea, eucalyptus, folic acid, grapefruit seed. So I like the fact that it tells you everything that's in there, so that if you're allergic to something, you can avoid it. But for the most part, I haven't really met many people who are allergic to these things. I think one person I've met, they said they were allergic to, not allergic, but I think they had a negative reaction to echinacea. But for the most part, I haven't really heard that. But if you know you have, a reaction to certain things, it's really good to read the ingredients, even when it comes to things that you're using on your teeth. And the mouthwash is basically the same similar ingredients, I believe. Maybe a little, a little different because it's mouthwash. But it has like a lot of good stuff in it. Like, for example, it has olive leaf extract. It has grapefruit seed extract. It also has the aloe vera, the citrus lemon peel oil, rosemary leaf oil, cinnamon bark, peppermint oil. And one of the things that I really like about this mouthwash is that it doesn't have like, oh, okay, um, so I wanted to, yeah, like I was saying, so basically, what I like about this mouthwash is that it doesn't have like a lot of like the sugars that are in like a lot of other mouthwashes. It's crazy that mouthwashes sometimes can be filled with all this unhealthy sugar because it's your teeth and that shouldn't be happening. Like, why is this in mouthwash? So I really like that it's healthy for your gums, it's healthy for your teeth, and it doesn't burn you. A lot of times we think that when we use these mouthwashes, it has to burn, and if it's not burning, it's not working. So when you use these products, you may not see it setting up or feel like the burning like you normally would feel with the traditional toothpaste and mouthwash, but it doesn't mean it's not working. I used to wear braces when I was younger, up until I think I started in high school, and then I stopped wearing braces when I was 22. They took out my braces. It was when I got my braces off, my gums were so unhealthy because I was wearing braces for so long. And when I went to the hygienist, because this is my first time going to the adult hygienist, because I couldn't go to the adult hygienist to get like all those major tools because I had the braces. So this is my first time going, and I was like, all these big tools, and I was just really scared because I was like, I've never seen these big tools before. So she was using them on my gums, going in between your teeth, going in behind your gums and your molars all the way in the back. It was so painful, and it's naturally been painful for me, but I think that time it was far more painful because my gums were not healthy. So I was bleeding. It wasn't like a like horrible bleeding, but it was bleeding and it was hurting, it was swollen, and she was telling me you have to take care of your teeth. You have to floss. You have to brush your teeth regularly. You have to use mouthwash. You got to take care of your teeth because otherwise you can get periodontitis, if I'm saying it properly, where your teeth your gums can start to like separate from your teeth and people start to lose their teeth, and that's not reversible. But at least with gingivitis, which many people have, they don't even know, but like if you brush or floss and your mouth is bleeding, sometimes you have gingivitis because your gums are just not healthy. But that's something that you can reverse by flossing regularly. So every night, I try to floss. Even if I fall asleep and I wake up, I get up and I go to the bathroom and I floss. So I always try to make sure that I floss and brush my teeth, brush my tongue. I want to get a tongue scraper because even though I brush my tongue, sometimes I can get it pretty clean, but sometimes it's hard because it's not really meant for your tongue. So I am considering to get a tongue scraper, but you have to be careful with those too because sometimes they can be very harsh and they can really hurt you. So I want to look into getting one that's pretty good, that will clean my tongue good, but it won't also be too rough on my tongue. Also, another thing I wanted to mention, that it's good to get a toothbrush that's soft because sometimes, like as once again, we feel like we have to use these aggressive things to really get things done. But the dentist had told me, use a soft toothbrush. And it's funny because I had spoken to 2 or 3 people about that, and they were like, yeah, that's what I do as well. So I buy the soft one. Like, I think when I first started, I was using the very soft, but then it wasn't cleaning as well. But it helped when it needed to help because that's when my gums were really sore. But now that my gums are healthier, I just use a soft toothbrush. I don't buy medium or what's the other one? Hard or whatever it is. I buy the soft one and it works very well. And I brush my teeth in a circular motion. I used to go like this and drag, and the dentist or the dentist told me to stop doing that. Dentist as well and the hygienist because it was messing with my gums and I was starting to have like receding, especially like down here where it would hurt and be sore, and they were telling me like how you're brushing. If you're brushing too hard or if you're dragging like this, you are affecting your gums, and over time it'll start to recede, and that's where you'll get that pain. So that's basically that. Like I said, I'm not a dentist. Some of these things I've learned through dentists telling me, or hygienists telling me, or dental assistants telling me, things that I read for myself through trial and error with my own teeth, with people who've told me things with their own teeth. Like I said, even if I was a medical professional, even if I was a doctor, I would still always encourage people to seek their medical professional if they have any problems. So if your gums are bleeding, or if you have pain, or whatever the case might be, any like discharge, whatever, I would always suggest that you go to the doctor. Even though I'm not big on going to the doctor, but if there's something that's wrong and you don't know what it is, it's important to get checked out to make sure that you at least know, so that you can then make an informed decision on what you choose to do, and then also research um whatever they are like proposing to. Like, if they say, oh well, you should do this, you should take this, or here's a medicine for that, I always encourage people to research for yourself and see whether that's something that you really want to use on your body for your health, because a lot of times we don't think about our oral hygiene, but your oral hygiene is so important, and it's connected to so many different other parts of your body. Like, if you're having gum problems, teeth problems, it could lead to other type of diseases. Like, there's just no telling what it could cause, and we use our teeth to eat. Eating is not just something that we have to do to survive, it's also something that we enjoy. I believe that God made food also for us to enjoy, so who doesn't want to be able to enjoy food? And I think that if you're young, especially if you're young, your teeth are still healthy, it's important to take care of them. I know for me growing up, a lot of the older family members that I had, they lost their teeth. And that was something that I was worried about, because I was like, oh my goodness, maybe it runs in my family because everybody's just losing their teeth. So I had told the orthodontist about that years ago, and he was like, oh, a lot of people, they think that all these things are so hereditary. And it's true that if you have something that passed down generations, you may have more of a tendency to do something, or your body may be, it may be like a higher chance of you getting something, but it's not necessarily true that it's always just going to happen. It really depends also on um your lifestyle, right? So there are some rare cases where it's like the chance of you getting something just like your family is like very high, but in many cases things are lifestyle related. And like I said, yes, you having it in your family may heighten the chances if it has passed down generations. But what also passes down is the lifestyle habits, because there are a lot of older people who also still have their teeth, right? They may not be as strong as maybe they when they were 20, but they still have their teeth. They can still eat with their teeth. So sometimes these things are also lifestyle related. you know, Even the foods we eat. If we're eating a lot of unhealthy food all the time, I'm sure that also affects our gum and our teeth health as well. So eating more plant-based foods, drinking more water, not drinking soda, because I don't drink soda anymore. It's rare. It's like once a year, twice a year, I may have apple cider. I think I've had ginger ale maybe like one or 2 years ago. I was just thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I kind of want some ginger ale. Because sometimes, you kind of want some bubbly drink or whatever. But I try to stay away from it because I know it's so much sugar, and it also has high fructose corn syrup in it. And it's just not healthy. And sometimes it has like these different colorings. All those type of things affect our teeth. So yes, it's great for us to use the natural mouthwash and toothpaste and all these things, but it also is important that we eat healthy. We are aware of what we're drinking on a regular basis, even coffee. That's a whole nother thing. I have to do a video about that. I don't drink coffee, but even things like that, smoking, alcohol, like there's just so many things that sometimes we are doing on a regular basis, and we are affecting our oral hygiene. We're affecting our oral health. So it's important, and also too, like if you are in a relationship and you're kissing, whatever, you want to make sure that your mouth is clean. You want to make sure that your mouth smells good. You want to make sure that your mouth does not have bacteria in it, too often. I mean, you can't fully avoid it. Even right now while I'm talking, I have bacteria. We have bacteria all over our body. So there's no way to completely get rid of it. And there are some bacteria that is actually good. that we do want to have in our body. So having bacteria is not a bad thing. It's just that sometimes we have too much of it, or we have bad bacteria that we need to get rid of. And it's important that we make sure that we take care of our mouth, because our mouth breeds a lot of bacteria, especially our tongue. It has a lot of bacteria on our tongue. You know, like a lot of people, their tongue is very white. Like my tongue, I always try to make sure it's not very white, because that's not good. You know, so all those things, for some reason, I don't know why my nose is starting to run now while I'm recording, but all those things are just really important to just consider and to think about. So I hope this video has been helpful. Once again, this is Nature's Answer Periobrite. This is the toothpaste with CoQ10 folic acid, and then this is the mouthwash that I use here, the Periobrite mouthwash from Nature's Answer. And I also use floss. I tend to just buy, let me show you. I don't spend a lot on floss because, you know, it's floss. I just buy this from Target. This is like regular floss. So I buy like 2 or 3 of them just to have them. And I floss, like I said, every day. I don't like minted floss. I just don't like it. So I just get the regular floss. I know some people, they use the disposable ones. I do have them, but I don't use them because I feel like they're very wasteful. So, and it can be sometimes really hard to on the gum. So I don't really like them. But I do have them just in case, because you never know, I may have to use them for whatever reason. So I have those. I know some people also have like the more natural floss. Maybe in the future, when I can afford it, I'll get that, because I know sometimes these regular ones, they may have things on it that may not be the healthiest, but I haven't had any issues with it. So I use, you know, and I don't have, and this doesn't have any mint, so um, it's pretty good. I hope that this video has been helpful, and you know, basically letting you know that there are alternatives out there when it comes to cleaning your teeth. There's other brands as well, but this, I wanted to focus on basically Periobrite, because this is, like I said, this is what I like, this is what I've been using, and I really like the brand. And I believe I had posted about them on Instagram before, and they had responded or whatever, so they were really professional and really cool. So I always appreciate that as well, when brands respond, not just to say, oh, thank you, but they actually read what you said and they responded to it, and they're friendly and they have good customer service. Like, I really like that as well. So yeah. So yes, take care, and let me know if you try this product and how it works well for you. And once again, make sure that you research everything for yourself. It's really important, lastly, to really take care of our teeth, take care of our gums. Don't forget your gums. You know, when you're brushing, you know, like I said, circular motion, gently, and also making sure you're getting your gums as you're slowly, you know, gently going around your mouth as well. Make sure you're going in the back, behind the last tooth. Don't forget that area back there, behind your teeth, on the top and in the bottom, behind, going behind as well, getting the gums and teeth as well, getting your tongue, trying to go back as far as you can without like gagging too much, but trying to go back as far as you can, and then flossing, and then making sure you use mouthwash after you floss to really get out more of what you may have left over. If you don't floss, you're not getting everything out of your mouth. No matter how much you may brush, you still have to floss, because it gets things from in between that you can't get. And like I said, it also stimulates your gums. So you need to stimulate your gums. And when you use the mouthwash, it also washes out any rest of the residue that was left over at the very end. And it also helps to clean your tongue as well. Because I notice when I brush my tongue and I floss and then I use mouthwash, my tongue becomes even more cleaner at the end. So anyways, I'm going to go. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Take care.